Wacom's new Cintiq 22HD refreshes their 21UX mid-range pen display with a new model sporting a 1080p widescreen panel. With an expected retail price of $2,000, it is placed just under $1,000 cheaper and 50 pounds lighter than their also relatively new 24HD display. The main difference is with the stand. The 22HD rests upon four legs which can be raised and lowered by two male adjustment arms. One lever unlocks the stand to be raised, the other lever unlocks the stand to be lowered. Once you realize this, you recognize how much it helps you to adjust the stand since it can only move in one direction if you permit it to. The Cintiq also pivots around the stand to allow you to rotate the monitor in a direction that your wrist travels when making a stroke. The drivers allow you to customize just about everything with your tablet. For pen sensitivity, while you could settle for shifting the slider left and right, I would highly recommend pressing the Customize button and adjusting the tip sensitivity in terms of a gamma curve. Adjust the click threshold and maximum pressure to define what pressure must be applied for a minimum and maximum response to be sent to your application. The third value, sensitivity, allows you to bend the curve from linear to some ramp. If you find you are unable to control the softer values of the pen, pull the sensitivity down and to the right to widen the range of pressures that are able to produce these softer values. Do not worry too much about losing precision in this way. The stylus can recognize 2048 levels of pressure. Depending on what you bind that value to, it could be up to 8-fold more precision than the application value you are controlling. The reason why you would purchase a Cintiq over a typical art tablet is to remove the mental disconnect between your hand and what occurs on the screen. That said, calibration is a bit annoying on the Cintiq because the screen is about 1/4 of an inch under the writing surface. As you move your head around, there will be a slight parallax between the pen tip and the screen. You might notice your pen tip appears to be slightly off by a few pixels just because of this distance. Other than that difficulty when being perceived from an angle other than what it was calibrated on, the Wacom Cintiq is very precise and stable with practically no jitter even around the edges. If you have a need for a device of this price point for work or a very serious hobby, then it is worth the huge but reasonable in context price tag. Still, with the looming Windows 8 and 24 HD Touch released almost simultaneously to the 22 HD, I cannot help but feel like a multi-touch version of the 22 HD could appear in the next year or two, but probably at a higher price point. I am Scott Michaud, and this has been a review of the Wacom Cintiq 22 HD for PC Perspective.